So I think it's important to start with what a definition of Web 2.0 is. Web 2.0 is a term that has been used for a different collection of technologies and techniques that are being used in the web today. These things aren't new. They're just more and more prevalent in our day-to-day lives. Companies such as Google have made them more apparent, and social networking sites like MySpace and YouTube have caused corporations and our clients to look at things in a different light. So what the content sites and social networking sites are doing is making its way into the corporate world. Why is it important? It's important because if the technologies, if used in the right way, can help create a better user experience, which can create more sales for retail and manufacturing companies, and can create more stickiness and customer affinity for our communications and high-tech type clients. The technology enablers for Web 2.0 are several. There's rich internet architectures, which is everything from AJAX to Flash to dynamic HTML. There's RSS feeds, which is just a different way of feeding data to a set place. There is blogs and wikis, which are really today's version of the bulletin board. There's user-generated content, which is everything from ratings to reviews about products to tags and folksonomies or user-generated taxonomies about how to classify different content as well as different products. The business drivers for adopting Web 2.0 really all come down to money, in my mind. So for retailers, there's always been a focus on multi-channel retailing and truly trying to create one brand experience across all of the different channels. The shift over the last 2 to 4 years has really been from multiple channels to multi-channels, and really being able to treat your customer as one customer, no matter whether they walked into your store, they called your call center, they came onto your website, or interacted with you in any of a different way. Rich internet architectures allow for a better user experience, which has been proven through quite a bit of research to show to actually get better conversion rates throughout the site, and a better way of expressing your brand through your website versus something that has been traditionally viewed as very sterile. One of the biggest challenges I see with Web 2.0 in the corporate world is to ensure to use it first for business sense. So instead of implementing technology for the sake of technology, thinking through how is this going to improve my business, whether it's a better connection to the customer or it's a way to bring in new revenue and revenue and profitability. One of the challenges that I also see is not going overboard. For example, I foresee that if marketers start to fully invade all the different social networking sites, there will be an uproar around the community. They will view it as a type of spamming and figure out ways to block it, the same way that the technology companies have figured out pop-up blockers and every other way to avoid marketing when you are not looking to be marketed to. Social networking sites are around creating community. People are there to exchange ideas, to do a task sometimes, to network, to work together, to do a number of different tasks. They're not there always to learn about new products and services from companies and to hear the infomercials that some companies may want to provide in the social networking sites. So an interesting example is Second Life, which is a virtual reality site for users. Some of the marketers have created online versions of their products for sale, which some have had good experience with and some have had bad experience with. I think there was a revolt where users blocked the door of the Reebok Second Life store so that no one could purchase special shoes for their avatars. So it's an example of marketing going into what's viewed as a social site, and depending on how it's done, can be viewed adversely by the community. In terms of technologies, the technologies even aren't new, but the technologies will continue to get better and better. I think how we use the technologies and how we connect all of the different experiences together into something that is cohesive for the customer, desirable for the customer, and truly creates brand loyalty, whether you're a manufacturer, a retailer, a communications company, even an oil and gas company. Creating a brand affinity and brand loyalty has become more and more important to a company's success over the longer run. Creating longer-term relationships with clients is not a new concept. But it is something that using technologies in the right way, including Web 2.0 technologies, will allow companies to do over the long run. The key takeaway points in my mind are the technology is not new, but businesses are starting to pay attention to how they can take these technologies and apply them and in a way that will actually create a better connection with their customers, create better brand affinity, or actually bring in more dollars and revenue and profit at the end of the day. In summary, they do need to think through what the point of doing putting the new technologies in will be, and whether or not there's a valid business case behind those.